Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing fine. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my CA final subject-wise preparation strategy. I'm going to be talking about from where I took my classes, what reference books I used, and what were the other things I focused upon during my preparations. So let's get straight into the video. So let's start with financial reporting. For FR, I took classes from Praveen Jindal sir. I revised the concepts from Praveen Jindal sir's handwritten notes. Everything was given in such a concise and summarized form in those notes that it was easy for me to revise the concepts multiple times, and that too in less time. Then for questions in FR, I did all the 4 modules and past year RTPs. Remember, for FR, you should do as much questions from past year RTPs as possible because you'll get a new variety of questions in each RTP. So for FR, I think if you religiously practice all the 4 study modules and past year RTPs, it will be sufficient enough. Now talking about SFM, I did not take any classes for SFM. I did buy some video lectures but never really watched them. I prepared my own formula book for SFM, which I revised multiple times in the last 5 to 6 months, which helped me to get a grip on the formulas, and I actually didn't have to mug up any of the formulas in the last days. One thing I'd like to say for SFM is that you should always approach the things in SFM conceptually. When your concepts are strong, you'll never have to mug up any of the formulas and you'll know all of them by yourself. For questions in SFM, I did the study module of July 21 attempt, wherein ICI has updated a lot of questions from the past practice manual, so you get a good variety of questions. I also practiced the past year RTPs and MTPs for SFM. Now SFM also has a good weightage for its theory chapters, so I studied the theory from the ICI module itself because ICI asks questions from the theory chapters from the modules only. Next, talking about audit. For audit, I took classes from Sarthak Jain sir. I studied audit from Sarthak sir's notes and drone charts plus the study module. For essays, company audit and professional ethics, I studied the provisions from Sarthak sir's notes and then practiced the questions given by Sarthak sir's question bank and the study module both. For special audit, I referred to Sarthak sir's drone charts and then practiced questions from his question bank and the study modules both. So this way I was able to cover a good variety of questions also. One tip I'd like to give for audit is that you should memorize all the bullet points given in the study modules because ICI does ask questions from those bullet points. So you should give special attention to all the bullet points given in the study module. Now next, speaking about law. For law, I took classes from Munish Bhandari sir. I studied the provisions from Munish Bhandari sir's textbook and then practiced questions from the textbook as well as the study module. For last day revision of law, I referred to Munish Bhandari sir's handbook, which contains all the provisions in a summarized way. Then I also practiced past year RTPs for law, which you should ideally do for all the subjects. Now next, talking about SCMP. For costing, I took classes from Praveen Khatod sir. Costing nowadays has become more of a theoretical paper. We get to see around 50 marks of theory in the exam. So for theory, I'd recommend you study directly from the study module because ICI also asks questions from the module itself, and the questions asked by ICI are similar to those which are given in the module. For the practical portion of costing, I first studied the concepts from the concept copy and then practiced questions from the study module, past year RTPs and ICI case study digest. Now speaking about the elective subject, I'd taken economic laws. Now for economic laws, the first thing I'd like to say is you should read the module as many times as possible because only then you will be able to manage your time well in exams, as then it will automatically click you where this particular question or MCQ can be found in the module. Second most important thing for any elective subject is the index. You can find many indexes of various faculties on Telegram or their respective websites. I feel you can use any of them, all are equally good. Go through that index a number of times as it will save you a lot of time during the exam. Then you should also go through the ICI case study digest at least twice and take that with you during the exam. So to summarize what all to take with you during the exam, first ICI study module, then the case study digest, the master index, past year papers and their suggested answers, and the previous MTPs. Now talking about direct and international taxation. For direct tax, I took classes from Bhavar Borana sir. I studied the concepts from the compact and then practiced the questions from compiler. Compact and compiler covered most of the things, but still I found some uncommon questions in the study module which I did from there and marked for the last day revision. For the case laws, I referred to Bhavar Borana sir's one-liners, which made it very easy to revise all the case laws in the last 1.5 days. It just took around 1 hour to revise all the case laws on the last day. Even if not all, you should at least revise the new and important ones on the last day. Then I also practiced the MCQ booklet and the case studies given by ICAI. Now lastly, talking about indirect taxes. For indirect tax, I took classes from Vishal Bhattat sir. I studied the concepts from Vishal sir's regular book and then practiced the questions from his questionnaire and the study module. Indirect taxes study module does not have sufficient number of questions, so I feel you should definitely refer to some question bank to practice a variety of questions. Then I also practiced the case studies and the MCQs given by ICAI. Now a few common points for all the subjects. First, practice at least past 3 attempts RTPs in all the subjects. Second, practice mock tests as per the time available with you. Third, for subjects having MCQs, just practice the ICI MCQ booklet and study the concepts very deeply, because only then you will be able to crack the MCQs in the exam. I don't think that solving thousands of MCQs from different sources would be of much help, because ICI mostly asks new MCQs, and for solving that, the conceptual clarity is must. Fourth, practice questions from the study modules in all the subjects, irrespective of whether you are referring to some question bank or other reference books, because chances are high that you may find some new questions in the study module which might be important for the exam. So this was my CA final subject-wise preparation strategy. I hope it would be helpful to you all. If you have any further questions, please drop them in the comment box below. Thank you and study well.